Survival depends on it. Yeah, you remember. So much to do. A vessel for Maxis, the opening of the gateways. Are you sure you're not getting confused? You'll be needing this. The Chronorium. But I've already read it. Read it again.
607, I'm your host, Roseterror, and today we're going to be watching
Tyler,
Noah NTW82012_2 versus Super Tommy Wiznut. They're both playing Ruin.
Fanfics.
What will we be reading today? What do you guys want to listen about?
Tommy, alright, let's do a vote. Tommy, you come up with 2 choices.
King of the Hill and My Little Pony. No, King of the Hill and something good. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends by default.
Where you at, kids?
Kid. Kid behind the camera here.
Here.
Did you find a good one yet, Tyler?
Where is this?
Maybe.
Where is this comp job? Right there.
Where is that sniper? Down here. Oh wait, he didn't fall. Never mind.
No, sniper.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Hey, where you at, comp job? Oh, you want to go? Oh, yeah, you do.
I don't own,
Picky! Picky!
Chapter 1. Galaxy Guardians.
Oh dear God.
No.
Yeah, ho.
Who be in a
Max's
hole?
mother yelled for him to get up. He slept like a rock that morning, probably because he was so excited he didn't drift off until at least 1 o'clock. And now 9-year-old Mac got out of his bed, halfway dressed in his hot summer heat. He wore boxers, and that was about it.
Child
Top half
pornography.
naked.
I'm gonna have
Mac
to ask
had
you
grown
something.
since the age of 8. A year and a half of growth, but growth nonetheless. Mac was starting to lose that skinny 8-year-old body and was now starting to show
Tommy, I'm sorry. I'm not
evidence
gonna.
of pudginess in his belly.
I'm not
This
gonna
wasn't
make this the
necessarily
crowd.
bad because it made him look healthy compared to the skinny figure of his 8-year-old self. He admired himself in the mirror as he fixes his hair with a simple brush. He has a fine shade of skin. Not pale, but not tan either. A fair color.
Did I just hit you with my
Resembling
grappling
the
hook?
color of a frappe. His hair had slightly darkened, but only he seemed to notice. Other than that, Mac was the same as he always had been. He even kept that parting in his now longer hair, right down the middle. He shared that feature with his mother. Terrence won the other hand. What?
Terrence.
Oh, Terrence, on the other hand, for some reason spelled with an E, his mother said he took from his father a lot. He then began to get sweater shirts. He shrugged, then shook his head. He then dug in his shelf and pulled out a red t-shirt. Yes, red was Mac's indeed favorite color. And all of his shirts were that.
Mac.
God, they don't know how to spell.
Mac.
Color. Mac's mother beat on his door as he finished putting on his new pair of same old sneaks, which he had to get because his old ones were getting too tight. I'm going to work. I left money on the counter for your allowance, okay? She said in her usual mother way. Oh, that was his mom. He didn't tell me that. Okay, thanks, Mom, Max said. He heard his mother walk away and out the door of his apartment.
Puberty, did you hear that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was weird. Nah, you're welcome, Max.
Oh my.
Surely she just forgot. Mac
Wait,
ignored this abnormally and put his backpack on. He had inside a toothbrush, toothpaste, a pack of playing cards for some Go Fish. You know, that Go Fish, you know. His copy of Galaxy Gladiators on his phone, which he learned to keep in his bag, to keep terrorists from searching him for it, and either trashing it or prank calling either mom or any other random number.
No, what's not
wasting his
working?
minutes.
Wait,
Parents did
stop me there. I have to lean up.
things, then wasted minutes on his cell phone. Not being able to call sucks beyond all of the things. Mac left his apartment and ventured to the Foster's home for imaginary friends. He approached the familiar building, and a smile broke out on his face. He had so many fond memories from this place, and he hoped only to make more. He went past the main gates and opened the front door. There was barely anyone there. This made him feel sorry for Blue, who was probably lonely here. He worried about Blue all the time, no matter what was happening. Blue was his imaginary friend and hoped to keep him until the day he died. Blue probably felt the same. Well, he never expressed it directly, but Mac knew his feelings with Blue must be mutual. Mac continued through the main hall. He was on the 5th step of the grand staircase when he heard a familiar voice.
Tommy, you might have to do this one.
Oh, balls!
Okay, ready?
Coming at you like a hurricane.
This is Frankie's voice.
Uh-oh.
We can't do that, and we're not going to hear it. No, what is up, guys?
Oh my.
Tyler, you have to read louder and talk right.
Frankie Foster just swore. It wasn't the first time, mind you, but it was sure loud. Mac rushed down the stairs in the direction of the shout to see if she was okay.
What did she
He
say?
didn't have a crush on Frankie anymore, mostly because he knew the 12-year difference in age would never work, and because, for all intents and purposes, Mac just wasn't into women that much.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, keep reading.
He had seen a vagina online by accident and thought
Excuse
it
me,
was
what?
repulsive.
You're bad.
Uh-oh.
And with that, he took never looking at porn again.
Oh, God.
Even if the first and only time was accidental.
Curiosity killed your cat too, huh?
Oh, balls.
Are you okay, Frankie? Mac asked, and it obviously frustrated Frankie, who only swiftly turned around with a gaze that could turn a mortal to stone.
Wait, can I say something real quick?
She sighed.
It's like Mac versus Blue right now because he's blue and I'm a white dude.
Wait a minute.
Anyway, carry on.
And now her evil glare flashed for a second. Oh, Mr. Cottontail decided to leave me here with
He said, okay. Let me put this entire thing on pause for a minute. You sound like straight up Cream if she was on crack.
I don't know who Cream is.
You don't know Cream the Bunny from Sonic?
What is the meaning of this?
No. Oh wait, no, that's not him. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry, Bob. Was cursing, Mac. I'm just so frustrated with that rabbit. When was she not? I'm sorry, Frankie, Max said. Frankie just looked at him. I can help you later if you need it.
Oh my god.
Max proposed. even though he was over Frankie. She obviously thought he wasn't, because her answer showed that. Oh, Mac, you're so sweet, but I got to open it, so I might as well do it on my own. Then she shouted, then she studied Mac's face, but but if I really need it, I'll holler, kid.
Even the score.
She said.
Uh-oh.
You're
Just then, Mac's phone went off. He pulled it out and opened and read the text from his mom. Don't forget your money, hon. Have a good day. Mac just smiled. Then checked his pocket.
Alright, tell me, how much you want to bet he's going to pay her? How much you want to bet?
I don't know.
Crap! He forgot the money. But he knew he wouldn't need it, so he shrugged it off as another whoops. Frankie's face appeared genuinely surprised. Mac nodded yes. Like it was obvious, and Frankie pulled out her phone and opened it. Give me your number, she demanded, but in a friendly Frankie kind of way. 408-346-8753.
I heard that from your room.
He droned, reading directly from his phone information segment in settings.
Better off my...
He never took the time to remember his number, mostly because he never had to give it to anyone. Frankie finished putting in the number and smiled. A smile he hadn't seen on Frankie's face in a while. That way, I won't have to holler, she said. Mac understood immediately and smiled. He nodded. Where's Blue? Mac asked. Frankie rolled her eyes in a joking manner and put her finger on her chin. Wait, hang on. Hold a minute. Does that mean she's imaginary too?
No, she's the redhead who faced the blues, if you know what I mean.
They're not even technically imaginary. Yeah.
She technically faced the blues, if you know what I mean.
Frankie rolled her eyes in a joking manner and put her finger on her chin. Okay.
Well,
Mac then thanked Frankie and began to turn and leave. Oh wait!
As soon as he said that, Come On Feel the Noise started playing.
He now has his own room. It's $2 from his own one. There's only one. Frankie shrugged her shoulders. Mac shrugged his and thanked Frankie again before heading up the stairs. Mac entered the room 2 doors from Blue's old room and to find the familiar Blob sitting with his back turned in front of the television. Obviously already playing his beaten up copy of Galaxy Gladiators and getting pretty frustrated with the freezing in the lag the game experienced due to age and abuse. Come on, stop freezing, dang it! Blue's angry cobbler talked and leaved Mac.
Blue?
Yeah.
He sounds like a douche.
Blue turned angrily, just as Frankie had when he asked if she was okay, and then he motioned to throw the controller at Mac and even completed the gag with sound effects. This game is driving me crazy, man! Blue shouted in his usual dramatic manner. Mac smiled and waved to Blue, finally realized who was standing in front of the doorway. My mom says I can stay for a whole week. Isn't that awesome? Mac boasted. This is true. The deal had been made last night. The only condition was that Mac checked in via text or phone call every morning. Blue jumped and cheered with his friend. The two then walked over to Blue's bed, which was right across from the rather small yet operational television.
I need to lean up again.
I think we broke Tyler, Tommy.
Read it, Read it!
Please! For the views!
No! Read
No!
No!
What is the meaning of this?
Yeah.
Television. So Mac, Blue, no. So Mac, Blue hopped onto the bed and laid in a rather conquetish pose.
No, you just.
Mac saw it the way thanks to Terrence's calendar he had in the room with girls laying out like that often on luxurious beds. Terrence told him all about sex between a man and a woman and the poses and what the poses meant. This all gave Mac a slight chub and a blushing face as his friend gyrated his hips to sort of soak into the bed. He meant nothing flirtatious by this. Mac felt safe to say that Blue had no idea what sex was or what the word flirtatious even meant. What do you want to do What do you want to do today? The word "do" stuck out in Mac's mind, probably because of his chub. Mac could only think of one thing to stop him from sporting a full hard-on in front of his friend.
Oh my god.
Galaxy Gladiators. Mac dropped his bag and fished out the game. He flashed the game in Blue's view. And the Blue Bob's eyes glossed over and his jaw dropped. The game was so new, it was so impactful. Mac can own it. Mac can own a D-box.
Oh god.
But he bought the game for Blue.
Yeah.
Now was the perfect
You know what?
time
You need a shotgun. You know what? You know what? I don't have a shotgun.
Happy early birthday, Blue! Mac said. Blue cheered and snatched up the game. Mac was used to the initial newness of a Blue variety, and just accepted it and waited for the kindness to show itself, which it did when Blue slid the new disc into the drive. Thank you, Mac. Blue tackled Mac in an embrace. They fell onto the bed as Blue hugged him tight.
Oh
Thank
god,
you,
no.
Thank you. Mac's cheeks were smushed by Blue's forehead. This hadn't helped to relieve the present chub in Max's pants, and it grew. Mac was unaware of this until he felt his bulge pressing Blue's pelvis? Question mark. What's in your pocket, Max? It's chapping me. Blue got off of Mac, being too excited for his brother to let his father.
You know what? That's not even fair because you have a shotgun.
Alright, give me a minute.
Mac reached in his pants and adjusted himself while Blue had his back turned. The game started up. Mac sat down next to Blue, the second controller by instinct,
Disgusting.
and handed it to Mac, who set up the multiplayer match. Blue didn't even do this because it was boring.
He didn't do it because of the ball.
Let's do this!
No.
Blue took that as a sign to pick up the controller as the match began. They sat and played the game for a good 15 minutes before things got serious. Hey, you camper! Blue shouted. He was losing by 5 kills at 15, while Smax had 20 kills.
Hey!
He was terrible at this game when he first picked it up a year ago. Now he was a stone cold killer per se. Blue had more experience in the game. He played the game to death for Foster's sake, but experience doesn't always add up to skill. Camper, you're the one who has a charged launcher and a plasma blaster. You should be devastating me right now. Mac clarified.
Uh-oh.
Blue didn't hear
that.
Uh-oh. Take that very well, because his next move was spamming the remainder of his charges in Max's general direction.
Okay, bro.
Killing him after 6 consecutive shots. Which I'm doing, Mac. Emphasizing his name like he was challenging him to a barroom brawl.
What?
Mac turns to look at Blue for a second before taking the opportunity and sniping Blue's character, ending the game with a victory for Mac. Blue yelled dramatically in defeat and jumped on Mac, causing a wrestling match between the two. They rolled everywhere before breaking up and for a split second before diving onto the floor next to the bed. Mac wasn't muscular, but he sure was stronger than the gelatinous Blue, who pinned to the ground. He was now unintentionally straddling Blue's waist. Surrender to my mighty power, Blue!
Oh dear God!
Blue struggled under Mac's 70 pounds of weight compared to his 10 pounds.
What gun is that?
God.
Yours.
It was a wrestling, it
God,
was like
you're
wrestling
wrecking.
a rather heavy pillow. Never!
Okay,
Never! Blue shouted dramatically, almost quoting a Saturday morning cartoon. Blue began to buck forward in an attempt to throw off Mac. This made Mac's grin disappear instantly. As Blue's squishy softness rubbed against Mac's crotch, Mac was startled, to say the least. So much so that he couldn't let go of Blue as his jelly-like body pressed directly into his already sensitive
Oh my god.
making him hard.
Oh no!
Blue, stop! Mac nearly shrieked, attempting to force Blue's hips down with his own.
Balls!
Yeah.
But this only caused Blue to press harder and faster.
Balls. Yep, I heard balls. Indeed.
Ew, stop that! That's nasty! Get some help.
Raising the pleasure felt on Max's hard members. Mac had lost himself and was now humping Blue. He just trying over and over to throw him off, over causing his friend more pleasure with each hug. Mac was enjoying this, but knew it was wrong. He let out a shaky moan and Blue paused, raising an eyebrow.
Congratulations, Noah. Congratulations. Fuck you. Honestly.
What's your deal, Mac?
It's you that time.
Blue asked. He seemed annoyed with the humping. Mac only ignored him as he continued to hump his friend, this time concentrating on the motions and less on Blue's reactions. Blue. Mac then began to slightly rise and was intending to get off, but Blue thrusted his leash forward again, squishing wonderfully on his hardened groin. Mac? There was more concern in his voice, another thrust and fuzzy as he began to lose track of everything. Mac fell forward, his hands now on either side of Blue's face as he hesitantly shifted his hips forward, rotating them as he did so, causing them to push deeper, harder against Blue. He gasped and let out a stifled moan and bit his bottom lip as he was now essentially dry humping his friend. Mac, what are you? Blue began to ask, but paused when he saw the look on Mac's face. One of pure pleasure.
No, I guess not.
Blue! Mac groaned, his eyes creaking open and gazing at his friend's confused expression.
What are you doing?
Good. Now Mac had lost all control. He reached out and stuck his hand in his pants, which he then proceeded to open up as his boner broke free.
Oh my god!
As soon as his member touched Blue's warm jelly body, Mac couldn't stop no matter what. Mac thrusted harder and harder, relishing in these feelings he hadn't felt before. With each moan
Oh my
and groan,
god!
Blue felt more confused. His wet cock rubbed against Blue.
Oh.
Moderation, and it was soon leaking free cum all over his Blue friend. Mac was nearly sobbing from how good it felt. Mac, what are you doing to me? Blue asked, genuinely concerned.
Yeah, right?
Blue! Oh my god! Blue! His groans echoed in his own head as he thrust against his friend. Now he was on cloud 9, and Blue was straight up concerned for his creator. Ah! Mac! Blue lifted his hand to hold Mac's face, sweeping hair from his eyes and looking at him. Mac opened his eyes only for a second, but he could make out the look of sincere concern on his buddy's face. That face, one more hard thrust, and it was coming.
Ew!
Mac cried out in a loud moan, and then he continued to thrust, but now his pace was picked up considerably. After 2 or 3 more hums, his cock erupted, come all over his imaginary friend. Blue looked genuinely shocked as it all happened. Mac rose and fell back against the back of Blue's bed, panting with a limping cock in his hand. Blue laid there motionless as Mac caught his breath. When he did so, he inspected Blue as he turned deep red. Blue had a look on his
Yes.
face that seemed to mix annoyance with concern. Mac looked down in shame. He couldn't believe he just did that. Blue, I'm sorry. The door opens and in walks Frankie, her green jacket wrapped around her waist
Oh,
and her
God,
cell phone
no.
in her hand. Her eyes gape open as she inspects the scene. Mac laying naked from the waist down and Blue covered in ... cum. She simply turned around and closed the door. Mac's face now matched his shirt and Blue was still confused. I guess I need to explain, huh? Mac asked, to which Blue only sarcastically answered, Nah, I think I understand fully. Of course! He took some of the cum and expected it. What is this stuff anyway? Blue then puts it in his mouth.
Oh my god!
Blue ignores and tastes the cum.
Oh, my brain!
It's not nasty.
No!
Not nasty, but it's not something I'd put on a hot dog either, he said. And Mac raised an eyebrow. He had no idea what it was, but it did come from his penis, so his mind immediately led him to believe it was disgusting and nasty. Mac hesitantly took some of the cum from the tip of his drinking cock and tasted it. Blue was right. That wasn't going on a hot dog ever.
Oh!
To be continued.
Oh!
I don't even want to hear more of that.
Will Blue and Mac's friendship ever be the same again?
No.
What did Frankie say about what she saw? Those questions will be answered in chapter 2.
Oh, where's the chapter 2? Where's the chapter 2?
What is the meaning of this?
Oh my god!